Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the lecture of discrete mathematical structure. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In last lecture, we have started our first unit, which is nothing but combinatorics. And in that, we have seen what is a product rule, sum rule, and after that, we have defined a factorial n and permutations. Okay. Now, let us see some types of permutations. Okay. So, see what are the restricted permutations. So here there is a restriction on the given n things. Such permutations are nothing but the restricted permutations. Okay. So first one is the number of permutations. Number of permutations of n different things. Different things taking are at a time in which particular things never occur is nothing but permutations of n minus k things where r will be taken at a time. Permutations of n minus k things where r will be taken at a time. So this first one notes is that if suppose we have to find out the number of permutations of n different things and we have to take r at a time in which these k particular things never occur. Therefore, we have to take the number of permutations of n minus k things and we have to take r at a time. This is here we have to take n minus k things since here it is given that k particular things never occur in that process. Therefore, we have to subtract these k things from the n minus k thing n things and we have to take the permutations of remaining n minus k things by taking r at a time. And second note is nothing but the number of permutations of n different things taken are are at a time in which k particular things always present always present is, as here we have to find out the number of permutations of n different things where we have to take at r among them at a time and in which k particular things always present. That is, we have to take the r things from n things and k things will be always present. That is, it is nothing but these r things contains these k things. That is, from this r k are always present and remaining things, that is p, which is nothing but permutations of n minus k things where r minus k will be taken at a time. That is, this one is nothing but the number of permutations of n different things where r will be taken at a time in which k particular things will be always present. That is, in that r k are always present. This one is nothing but that one. That is, in r things k will be always present and remaining we have to find out, that is permutations of n minus k things where r minus k will be taken at a time. So let us see the example depending on these two nodes. Examples. Okay. So in how many of the in how many of the permutations of 10 things 10 things taken for at a time, for at a time will, first one, two things always present or two things always occur, and these two things never occur. Okay, so we have to find out the result for both the cases. So here we have given that there are 10 things we have to take 4 at a time, and we have to find out the number of permutations of these 10 things by taking 4 at a time, in which two things always occur. That is, for A we have to take two things always occur, and in second case, that is in case B, we have to find out the number of permutations of 10 things by taking 4 at a time, in which two things never occur. So here we have to use the above two conditions. So let us see solution. Now, two things always occur. For that, we have to use the second note, that is the number of permutations of n different things. Here n is nothing but 10 taken r at a time. Here we have to take 4 at a time. Therefore, value of r will be 4, in which k particular things always present. As here given that for in A we have to find out the two things always occur. It means k will be equal to 2. Okay. First we will solve this A. Here we have to use the second condition, and by given n is equal to 10, r is equal to 4, and k is equal to 2. So here the number of permutations of n different things taken 4 at a time, in which two things always occur. So from this condition 2, which is nothing but, so the number of permutations of of 10 things taken taken 4 at a time, in which two things always occur is equal to, which is nothing but permutations of n minus k things, where r minus k will be taken at a time. That is permutations of n is 10, k is 2. That is permutations of 10 minus 2 things by taking r minus k, that is 4 minus 2, into permutations of 4 things by taken 2 at a time, which is nothing but permutations of 10 minus 2, which is 8, 4 minus 2, 2, into permutations of 4 things by taking 2 at a time, which is equal to. Now we know the formula for permutation of n different things by taking r at a time is nothing but n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. So this one is nothing but 8 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So here this one is nothing but 8 minus 2 factorial, that is here it will be a 6 factorial. Now this can be written as 8 factorial is nothing but 8 into 7 into 6 factorial divided by 6 factorial into 4 into 3 into 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So this one is nothing but 6 factorial get cancelled, 8 into 7 into these 2 factorial get cancelled, which is 4 into 3, and its total value is nothing but 672. So the number of permutations of 10 different things where r will be taken at a time, in which two things always present, is nothing but 672. Now we have to solve the B. Okay. So the from condition 1, the number of permutation of permutations of 10 things taken for at a time, for at a time in which two things never present or never occur, means never occur, is equal to permutations of, that is condition 1 says that the number of permutations of n different things taking r at a time in which k particular things never occur is nothing but permutations of n minus k things where r will be taken at a time. But here n is 10, r is 4 and k is equal to 2. Therefore it is nothing but permutations of 10 minus k, that is 10 minus 2 things by taking r at a time, that is 4 at a time, which is nothing but permutations of 8 and 4, that is 8 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 8 minus 4 factorial, that is 4 factorial, which is equal to 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial. 4 factorial, 4 factorial gets cancelled, so this one is nothing but 8 into 7 into 6 into 5, 6 into 5, and which is nothing but 1680. So which are the required number of permutations. In this way we can solve the examples by using these two conditions of this type only, that is if we have given some particular n things and we have to take r at a time, and if k particular things are always present, then we have to use the condition 2, and if k particular things never present in that relation, then we have to use the condition 1. Okay, now the next types of permutations are nothing but the permutations of things permutations of things not all different, not all different. Okay, so see its procedure. To find the number of ways in which n things may be arranged among themselves, may be arranged among themselves by taking all of them at a time, taking all of them at a time, when, as here we have to see the permutations of things not all different, as there are n things and these n things are not different. If suppose among these n things, when p things are alike of one kind, okay, so from n p are of alike of one kind, p things alike of one kind, q things alike of second kind, similarly r things alike of third kind, and rest all things are different, and rest all are different. Okay, so here we have given n things. Among these n things we have to take all these n things at a time, and among these n things, p things are alike of one kind, q things are alike of second kind, and r things are of third kind, and rest things are different. Okay, now here we have to find out the number of permutations of these n things by taking n at a time. So let x be the required number of permutations. X be the required number of permutations. Number of permutations. Okay. Now we replace. Now we replace p alike things by p different things by p different things which are also different from the remaining things, which are also different from the other things, that is in that n things, different from the other things. Okay, now we know that the p different things can be arranged among themselves in p factorial ways. That is the number of permutations of n different things where n will be taken at a time is nothing but n factorial. As here we have taken p different things in case of p alike things. That is, we have replaced p alike things by p different things. Now these p different things can be arranged among themselves in p factorial ways. So p different things can be arranged among themselves, can be arranged among themselves in p factorial ways. Since if there are n different things and we have taken all these n things at a time, then the number of permutations will be equal to n factorial. That is, we have already proved in last lecture. Okay, so here we have taken p different things instead of p alike things. Now these p different things can be arranged among themselves in p factorial ways without changing the position of other things, without changing the position of other things. Okay, so we have taken the required number of permutations is nothing but x. As we have replaced these p alike things by p different things, now the required number of permutations are nothing but x into p factorial. Since here we have replaced the p alike things by p different things. After replacing p alike things by p different things, the required number of permutations will be equal to number of permutations are equal to x into p factorial. So this is obtained when we replace p alike things by p different things. Now we have to replace q alike things by q different things. Okay, now replace q alike things by q different things by q different things, and which are also different from the other things, q different things. As we have replaced the q alike things by q different things, then these q different things can be arranged among themselves in q factorial ways. So after replacing q alike things by q different things, the required number of permutations will be equal to, already we have x into p factorial, in which we have replaced the q alike things by q different things. Now the required number of permutation will be equal to x into p factorial into q factorial, which implies the required number of permutations is equal to x into p factorial into q factorial. Now it remains to true for the r alike things. Okay, now replace r alike things by r different things. Again, these r different things can be arranged among themselves in r factorial ways without changing the position of the other things. But we have already the x into p factorial into q factorial permutation. Now we have replaced the r alike things by r different things. So now the required number of permutations will be equal to required number of permutations is equal to x into p factorial into q factorial into r factorial. So these are the only things which are alike of first, second and third kind, and all the remaining things are already given that they are different. So this x factorial is x into p factorial into q factorial into r factorial is a permutations of n different things. Since here we have replaced p alike things by p different things, q alike things by q different things, and r alike things by r different things. So this will be now nothing but x into p factorial into q factorial into r factorial is nothing but the permutations of n different things taken all n at a time, okay. But we know that the permutation of n different things where n will be taken at a time is nothing but n factorial, as x into p factorial into q factorial into r factorial is also a permutation of n different things where n will be taken at a time. So this is nothing but the n factorial, that is this will be equal to n factorial, which implies x into p factorial into q factorial into r factorial is nothing but the n factorial, which implies the value of x is nothing but n factorial divided by p factorial into q factorial into r factorial, p factorial into q factorial into r factorial. So these are the required number of permutations of n things where n will be taken at a time, and these n things are not different. If we have given n things and these n things are not different, and we have to find out the number of permutations of these n things where n will be taken at a time, then we can use this formula. Okay, any doubt? जर तुमच्याकडे n थिंग असतील, त्या n थिंग मधले कोणते त्यातले कोणते इक्वल आहेत आणखी कोणते डिफरंट आहेत माहित नाही तुम्हाला, आणखी तुम्हाला फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे नंबर ऑफ परमिटेशन त्या दिलेल्या n थिंगचं, आणि घ्यायचे काय सगळेच्या सगळे एकदाच घ्यायचे. जर समजा त्यातले p थिंग म्हणजे p ऑब्जेक्ट काहीतरी एका टाइपचे असतील, q एका टाइपचे असतील, r एका टाइपचे असतील. इथं आपण 3 घेऊन बघितलंय, याच्यापेक्षा जास्त असू शकतील, कमीही असू शकतील, म्हणजे दोनच एलिमेंट फक्त सेम आहेत आणि बाकीचे वेगळे असू शकतात, किंवा 4ही असू शकतात सेम आणि बाकीचे वेगळे असू शकतात. सो जर 4 असतील तर इथेच परत तुम्हाला एस फॅक्टोरियल एक यूज करावं लागेल आणि त्याच्या करस्पॉन्डिंग व्हॅल्यू फाइंड आउट करावं लागेल. ठीक आहे. सी एक्झाम्पल. First one, how many permutations of the letters of the word banana, okay. So here we have to find out the number of permutations of the letters of the word banana, as here there are 6 letters in the word banana, okay. And among these 6 letters, 3 letters are of one kind, that is 3 A's. Among these 6 letters, 3 three letters, that is three A's are of one kind, and two letters, that is two N's are of second kind, and the rest one is different, that is B, and the rest one is different. Okay, so now we have to use the above result, that is, as here we have to find out the number of permutations of the letters of the word banana. In that letter there are actually 6 letters, that is value of n will be equal to 6, in which 3 letters are of one kind and 3 letters are of second kind, that is there are 3 A's and 2 N's, and the one digit, that is B, is different from remaining letters. So here from above result, n is equal to 6, p equal to 3, and q equal to 2, which implies the required number of permutations will be equal to the required number of permutations are equal to n factorial. Here n is nothing but 6 factorial divided by p factorial into q factorial, that is 3 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay, so this can be written as 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. So 3 factorial get cancelled, that is this one is nothing but 6 into 5 into 4 divided by 2 factorial is nothing but 2 into 1, 2 into 2, that is this one is nothing but 6 into 5 into 2, 6 into 5 30, 30 into 2 60. So these are the required number of permutations. Okay, now let us see the second example. If okay, how many in how many ways in how many ways sorry in how many ways can we obtain 4 heads and 2 tails? 4 head and 2 tails. Okay, so here we have given that there are 6 coins and these 6 coins can be tossed at a time, and we have to find out the number of permutations of these 6 coins, where 6 will be taken at a time, in which 4 things are of one kind and 2 things are of second kind. Okay, so we have to use the above result. So either we can toss a coin 6 times or toss 6 coins at a time, then the result will be same. Okay, so see its solution. Either we can toss a coin 6 times or toss 6 coin at a time, then the resultant will be same. Then the resultant is same. So here now we toss 6 coin at a time. So the required number of permutations are the required number of arrangements such that we get 4 heads and 2 tails from 6 coins from 6 is equal to, as here n is nothing but 6, that is 6 factorial divided by, in which we have to take 4 heads and 2 tails, that is p is nothing but 4 and q is nothing but 2. 4 factorial into 2 factorial, which is nothing but 6 factorial divided by, sorry, 6 factorial can be written as 6 into 5 into 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial into 2 factorial. 4 factorial get cancelled. 6 into 5, 2 factorial is 2, 2 into 3, that is 3 into 5, and with the required number of permutations will be 15. So such problem can be solved by using this method, that is x equal to n factorial divided by p factorial into q factorial into r factorial. Now we have to see the permutation of things when repetition is allowed. Okay. See this permutation with repetition allowed. Okay. So in last method we have seen the permutation of things when repetition is not allowed, that is the permutations of things not all different, and now we have to see the permutations of things when the repetition is allowed. Okay. So the number of permutations of the number of permutations of n different things taken are at a time when repetition is allowed, are n to the power r. That is, we have to prove. Suppose we have given n different things and we have to find out the number of permutations of these n different things by taking r at a time, and when repetition is allowed is nothing but n to the power r. That is, we have to prove this one. That is, actually we have to fill r places by taking these n things. So here we have to fill r places by these n things. Okay. So now if we have to fill up the first place, then there are n possibilities, since here we can take any things among these n things. Okay. So for first place, the first place can be filled up in n ways, since we have to take, that is, we have to fill up these r places by taking the n things. So there are n possibilities for the first place. So the first place can be filled up in n ways by taking one of these n things. So after filling the first place, the second place again can be filled in n ways, since here the repetition is allowed. As repetition is allowed, then there are n possibilities for the second place. So after filling the first place, the second place can be filled up in n ways, since here repetition is allowed. Therefore, there are n possibilities for the n possibilities for the second thing also. That is okay. So second place has also n possibilities. Now here we have to use the product rule. So here first place can be filled up in n ways. Similarly, second place can be filled up in n ways, which implies the first two places can be filled up in first two places can be filled up in n into n, that is which is equal to n square ways. Now after filling the two places by taking one of the things or filled up in this n square ways, this third place can also be filled up in n ways. Again here repetition is allowed, then there are n possibilities for the third place. So the third place can also be filled up in n ways. So n first two places can be filled up in n square ways. Third place can be filled up in n ways, which implies the first three places, the first three places can be filled up in n square into n, that is equal to n cube ways. This is for the third place. Now continuing in this way or proceeding in this way, the r place or these r places can be filled up in first place can be filled up in n ways, second place can be filled up n into n ways, third place can be filled up in n into n, that is n cube ways. So proceeding in this way, the first r places can be filled up in n into up to so on r times ways. But the product of an integer n r time is nothing but n raised to r. So the required number of permutation is equal to n raised to r. So the required number of permutations are n to the power r, and that is we have to prove. That is the given segment will be the number of permutations of n different things by taking r at a time when repetition is allowed are n raised to r, and that is we have proved. See its example. So example is nothing but how many number of three digits can be formed with the digits 2, 4, 6 and 8 when a digit may be repeated any number of times. Okay, so we have to solve this problem by using the above method. Okay, so here we have to find out the number of three digits, and they can be formed by using these four digits, that is 2, 4, 6 and 8, and when a digit may be repeated any number of times. Okay, actually we have to find out the number of three digits, that is the number of three digit numbers. They can be formed by using these four digits 2, 4, 6 and 8, and we can use this four digits any number of times in between their three digit number. Okay, here we have to find out the three digit numbers. find out the 3-digit numbers. Okay, so 3-digit number, there is a last place is nothing but the ones place, tenth place, ones place, or this can be also called as unit place, and hundreds place. Hundred place. Okay, so this will be the 3-digit number. Now here we can use any digit among these 4 digits, and we can use the any digit any number of times. So the unit place has 4 possibilities, that is either we can take 2, 4, 6 or 8. Therefore there are 4 possibilities for the ones place. Now similarly tens place has also 4 possibilities, that is we can use any digit among these 4 digits. Similarly for 100 place also. Therefore there are 4 possibilities for each place. Okay, now so the required number of permutations are nothing but, so the required number of digits or required number of permutations number of 3-digit numbers are 4 into 4 into 4, that is 4 to the power 3, which is nothing but 4 into 4 is 16, 16 into 4 will be equal to 64. So these number of digits we can be formed by using the 4 digits. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay.